Hello, everyone. Welcome to West Catholic Live, a show about all the great things happening at West Catholic High School. I'm John Gonzalez, joined by my good friend, your principal, Mr. Tony Fischer. How you doing, Tony?
I'm well, John. Thank you again for asking. Sun just came through, a little bit of those clouds and the rain, which is fantastic. And if you didn't notice, I tried to catch up with you as far as wardrobe goes. So I felt a little underdressed last week.
I'm missing the tie, though.
Yeah,
you look nice in that tie.
Thanks.
White and green tie.
Yep.
Go green, go white.
Falcons.
Hey, we're all excited that you're joining us here on West Catholic Live. We appreciate you joining us every single week. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. Remember, if you miss any part of this show or past shows, you can find all of our content and podcasts. Just search for West Catholic Live on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast.
Yep.
On this week's show, we have another busy one. It's a sports theme. Well, the sun is really coming out. This is great.
Beautiful.
And we're going to have Cam Burns back on the show. He was a regular last season, and he's coming back today to make a special appearance. He has his own show now.
Yes, he does.
So
I watched it last night.
So we will have him on to talk about Fly High Sports. He has an interview, by the way, with Maya Sutter, and we're excited about her and her quest for state championship, right?
Yeah.
On the equestrian team. So he'll have an interview with her. You'll get the lowdown there. We have the football update is back with Coach Landon Grove, and he has a very special guest.
Yeah, he does. Absolutely. One of our teachers.
We also hear from our director of bands, Mr. Darren LaPrise, and they had a big night last night.
They did. MSBOA last night, and we'll tell you a little bit about their success later in the show.
We will. We have a construction update with Jan Bierteis. I was out there this morning, and
super exciting.
he was definitely giving us the latest what's happening with all the construction going on. And also we have a short interview with one of our moms who was visiting from the Ukraine, some of the students we have here.
Yeah, yep. Her son is one of our 4 Ukrainian students, and she supports them. So she came and visited us last week.
Before we get to the whole show, though, it's time for the weekly chatter. In fact, don't forget, you can subscribe to the weekly chatter. It comes out every single Monday, the latest news and information and things you need to know about what's happening in West Catholic. So make sure to go to the website, grwestcatholic.org. The weekly chatter is kind of what I just said, right?
You got it. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel.
Everything happening going on in
West Catholic community.
Yeah, so let's get to the weekly chatter news right now.
For sure. Yesterday after Mass, we held our academic award ceremony to recognize students' academic accomplishments. This was for students' academic accomplishments from last year. So those that were honored this year were 10th through 12th graders, and those that received a grade point average of 3.6 or higher, at the end of the school year last year. And students would receive a bronze, a silver, or a gold award based on their grade point average. So congratulations to all the students, and thank you to all of the family members and the community members that came out to help us congratulate them and celebrate Mass. Mm-hmm. We also had a big day for our students today. 9th through 11th graders were taking the PSAT, and seniors were invited to do some planning for their post-secondary plans, whether it be a college visit, go check out an occupation they might have some interest in, or do some, college applications. They could have gotten some of that stuff done. So it was a busy day. Good work to all the students. Hopefully you're enjoying the afternoon off.
Hopefully so, while the sun is momentarily out. Hey, don't forget, it's time to order your yearbook for the 2022-23 school year. They can be purchased at yearbookforever.com for $60. Buy it before the price increases on November 11th. Mm-hmm. And each year, West Catholic's international program, we mentioned the Ukrainian students earlier, we welcome dozens of students from all over the world. We're proudly highlighting our global community by hanging those flags representing the countries in the MAC. Really cool.
It was a very fun experience. Actually, we're really thankful to Mr. Solowitz and Mr. Cutzley for going up on that lift to hang those. And one of our Ukrainian students, Sophia, the freshman student, she actually took the time out of her day at the end of the school day to iron all of the flags.
Wow.
With us. So thankful to her. It looks wonderful.
I loved how you were directing. You were below the crane going a little bit to the left.
Move it that way, move it this way.
A little bit to the right.
I'm not going up in a lift.
Hey, we talked earlier about Cam Burns and his new show, Fly High Sports, with Emma Christian, one of our students here. He gives us an update on what's happening in athletics. So let's play the clip. All right, Cam B, glad to have you back on West Catholic Live. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Gonzo. I'm doing good. Is it cool if I call you G?
You can call me G. You can call me whatever you want. That's fine with me. But I want to say thank you because we're here on the Fly High Sports set.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Fly High Sports has been great this year so far, and I think we're on episode 5 coming tomorrow. It's pretty cool, man. We've been getting some really awesome feedback.
Right.
I definitely would say I think a lot of people like to see Emma, a student at the school, show her personality a little bit. So that's really cool to see.
Make sure you tune in, folks, because they start their show doing, the rock, paper, scissors. We'll end it here, and we'll see how you do against me. But for right now, since this is a sports-themed show on West Catholic Live, let's run through some of the sports taking place right now this fall. What is going on with soccer?
Soccer right now, they're actually in their postseason. Today, they actually have their district game. We've had a couple rough patches, but we are hoping to turn that around in this postseason. So we're looking forward to that. Had an awesome goal
I saw that
the other day. So you can check that out on all our social media platforms.
You got it. So districts begin today?
Yep, today, first round. We head out to Kent City and taking them on.
All right, let's go. Let's go team. Volleyball also in their postseason or conference play right now, right?
Conference. They won their first conference game, conference tournament game yesterday. So they go and compete Thursday, and then for their second game there. So.
And then are they back home?
They are not home,
Okay.
so they're due journey away now.
Okay.
So
They'll be away.
yep, we're wishing them luck.
All right, and tennis, how are they doing?
Tennis, so just finished, except for one. Simon Caldwell is actually heading to States this weekend. He actually got the 1 seed, which is pretty cool as a freshman. Oh, yeah, so we'll have some more information about that. We have planning a little podcast for him as well.
Right,
So.
can't wait for that. Speaking of podcasts, I know that you had Maya Sutter on the show, Fly High Sports Podcast, and we'll have a little segment with her a little later on the show. She's on the equestrian team, and she has her state championship this weekend in Midland, so we'll play that interview in a second. And then we'll have Coach Landon has a special guest on his podcast.
That's cool.
To give you an update on the football team. And I think there are a couple of sports going on. What's happening with cross country and swimming?
Yeah, so cross country, they are still in the midst of their season. They have a couple more meets that they have to compete in, but they've been doing some pretty awesome things. Every week, I feel like another kid PRs. So it's all positive at this point.
Good,
and they're gaining momentum there. We have a co-op with swimming with Calvin Christian. So they've been competing. You can check all their scores and updates on big teams as well. So
all right, sounds good. All right, let's do this. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors?
yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Here we go. Rock,
1, 2, 3, go.
Oh man, you're kidding me?
Gonzo for the win.
Come on. I can't win.
All right. We'll see you soon.
Yep.
Holy moly. All right. Maybe someday I'll play rock, paper, scissors with Cam. Maybe he'll let me. Or I want to do the shooting contest with him. Remember when he was doing that with the interview?
This
I might
3-point
wanna do
challenge.
that.
All right.
I mean, that might be fun.
We could do that. Cam does a great job of interviewing Maya Sutter on the Fly High Sports Show. If you get a chance to listen to the podcast, please do. You can find it wherever you get your favorite podcast as well. I believe the full video also ran on Instagram, but we have a short segment of that interview. So let's play the clip.
It's your senior year.
Yeah.
And we talked earlier. It sounds like this might be your last year of doing this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. But my question is, out of your experience here, what is one thing that sticks out the most about equestrian and being here at West Catholic as well?
Well, definitely like for equestrian, it's so much more to me than just like a sport or just like a time of season. Like I just have to go out and like compete, whatever. Cause it's like an all year thing for me, all year round. And horses it sounds like kind of nerdy, but they are like such a huge passion in my life. Like I can't imagine my life now, like without having like equestrian and without having horses. And I definitely am going to carry it like into the rest of my life. I feel like I will not be complete if I don't have horses when I'm older. And so it's just like, it's become such a huge part of my life. I would say that definitely like sticks out the most. And then just being part of West, I think I'm like just really fortunate that I get to have a like team, even though it is technically just me, like being a part of something like and just being able to like compete with the school and like school pride and stuff like that. So
Well, I'm sure I speak for all of us here at West, the community, that we're very thankful to have you here. And we wish the best of luck for you to States.
Thank you.
You leave tomorrow.
Yes.
So I know you're a little nervous, but we're rooting for you.
Oh, thank you.
And And so, anything else?
Well, I just want to give a shout out to my friends.
Okay.
Because today I came to school and you know Ellie Bai.
Yep.
She brought me a Big coffee and said like stay down on it and good luck. And then I went to my locker and they drew me these these pictures and like words of encouragement and stuff.
That's
and it was just
awesome.
so sweet. So shout out to all my friends and everyone who's wished me good luck and everything. It makes me so happy.
That's
awesome.
I
really appreciate it.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Nice job, Cam. I watched that full interview last night. It was good to learn a little bit about equestrian while, getting some insights there was really exciting. It was also exciting at the end of the day. I think you saw or maybe you didn't see because you weren't here.
I saw it. Yeah.
You saw, our students actually sent her off in wonderful fashion. Big line of students congratulating and cheering for her as she headed out. So congratulations, Maya, again on making it, and best of luck to you and Trent in the competition.
Yeah, I think if you get a chance to folks to go to the Facebook page and look for that video, I love it. I think Natalie Scalabrino took that. I love it because it was like right after the podcast that they recorded it. You could see them coming out of the studio and going into the hallway. It's such a great moment. I love that little clip there. So you get a chance to go check it out. It's on Facebook. Hey, we also had a special guest sit in this week with Coach Landon Grove on the West Catholic Football Update. It's science teacher Tim Naraki, and he knows his football.
He definitely does.
All right, let's play the clip.
Well, it's a learning experience, and I've been to a lot of the games, and those kids have gotten better through the year. And it's another way to improve. Yes. And hopefully continue through this loss, learn something from it, and get better from it. Next week you got Coopersville. They're a Division III opponent. They're a big school. You guys have had a schedule that has been, lots of big schools. Divisions 2 through 4 throughout the year. Are you excited about that challenge of another playoff caliber team next week to come back off of that and kind of show a little bit more improvement in what you guys have learned from that loss last week?
Yeah, we're extremely excited. We're playing championship football games the rest of the year because, these next few games are championship football games. And then as we enter the playoffs, all those games are championship football games too. So that's why you play. We put ourselves in a position to play meaningful football at the end of the year. And we get to test ourselves against a really, really quality opponent. Like you said, big school, extremely well coached. Coach Kamen's doing a phenomenal job there. They're organized from top to bottom. You can tell they're doing really good things on offense and defense, and special teams are good in all three phases, which makes them difficult to prepare for. And then, you watch their JV and freshman teams, and you can tell he's doing a good job. They're aligned. They're doing a great job as a program. So it's going to be a good test for us. It's going to be a really good test for us. And it's a school that, a lot like us, where they feel that it's an opportunity to come in and beat another good team. So they're going to treat it like a big game. We're going to treat it like a big game because it is a big game. It is a big game. And I know we're the 17 blitz game of the week, and I think some other news outlet game of the week. So there's going to be a lot of people around watching. And it's a great opportunity for our kids to get back out there and kind of not necessarily redeem themselves, because I don't think there's anything to be embarrassed of, but more so just work together to kind of get the taste of losing out of our mouths. Because, as a competitor myself, like, losing just doesn't feel good. And it never has felt good to me. It just kind of leaves that taste in your mouth where it's like, and you kind of just feel a little bit off because it's like we lost a game that we feel we could have won and should have won. So it's a good opportunity for us to go back out there and do those things and celebrate Friday like we like to celebrate Friday here at West Catholic.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Naraki, for being that special guest host. I enjoyed listening to the show. Both Landon and Tim did an excellent job, although there was some parts about U of M football that I didn't really appreciate that much. But, they're big fans, so I'm okay with that. And again, I'm looking forward to co-hosting next week.
Yeah, in fact, I said to them, if you want to talk about Lions, go for it. And Mr. Naraki said, no, I'm not talking about the Lions.
Hey, everyone out there, did you know that another part of the football experience at West Catholic is our incredible marching band? And last night in Zeeland, our band once again scored all ones, the best score you can possibly get at the MSBOA Festival. Gonzo, you caught up with Mr. Lepre this morning to discuss?
Yeah, I did, and it's pretty amazing what they pulled off when you think about it. They were en route to the stadium because they thought they were performing outdoors. Well, they found out midway through it that they were going to be performing indoors. And now the show is designed and arranged for the football field. So they have specific places they need to be. There's a color guard. It's pretty awesome when you think about it. It's like telling the football team, by the way, Mr. Grove, Coach Grove, Friday night's game against Cooperville is going to be played in the gym as opposed to the field, right? It's like a last-second decision. And I really love how Mr. Lepre is proud of his band, and so are we. So let's play the clip.
You're set to march and do it outside, and all of a sudden it's moved inside, and your students have to adapt because the way that your charting is scored is to have the balance set outside. And so inside, the students have to adapt and adjust their ears. And now the pressure's on to really sound good because you have 3 judges that are solely focused on the music aspect. And all 3 judges gave us an A grade in that. So despite the change, despite the thrown for a loop, despite many challenges yesterday, I was so proud of our students. They adapted. I was so proud of our parents to get them there and to find out on the fly that we were moved inside. I mean, we didn't find out until we were on our way to Zealand. And so the fast communication to all the parents and all of the students, and oh, what a night. We were just so proud.
Really exciting stuff from Mr. Lapre. Glad he took some time this morning to talk to us about it, or to talk to you about it. And again, incredible by our band. The band is really a community in and of itself. And so to see parents helping with uniforms and Mr. Lapre and the kids, and then they all respond the way they do and score the way they score, we couldn't be prouder of that group of people. So thank you.
Yeah, we'll have, in fact, a full extended interview with Mr. Lapre on the podcast a little later today, if not tomorrow morning. And we'll also have a full clip of their performance in the theater later on our YouTube page. So check that back later website or first thing tomorrow morning. You know what? Last night was a lot of fun. And I'm glad that they were able to pull that off. But I had a chance, though, to check up with what's happening with our Rockford construction, Jan Bierthuis.
Nice, yeah.
And it was raining a little bit, but you know what? There's a lot happening with our construction update. So let's play the clip.
Good morning, everyone. Jan Bierthuis, Rockford Construction. We are setting our press boxes at softball today. Even though it's raining a little bit, we're putting her in place. We have the press box for softball and baseball being set today. So that's a big milestone for us. Been waiting for the time to set them in place. Now we'll be able to wrap up and finish all the other work around it. And in about 2 weeks, we'll be complete with this bleacher set. And then over at tennis, we've been waiting for a drinking fountain. So supply and demand issues came on to us, of course. And that water feature came in. And of course, today we were planning on putting it in, but we're getting rained out a little bit over there on site work. That will be starting up tomorrow morning. So tomorrow we'll start putting that in. And by the end of next week, and probably about mid to the end of next week, we will be 100% complete with landscaping and all of the work here. So it's been great working with all you guys, and I appreciate you following our updates, but we will be complete soon.
Very cool stuff. Thank you, John, and thank you, Jan, for braving the rain and going out there to show off what's going on this morning. Really exciting to see the press box going on and those projects starting to wrap up. It'll be good to get through winter and something to look forward to using once we get into the spring next year. Last week, we were going to play a video, too, of one of our moms, the student from Ukraine, but we ran out of time, so. Yeah, well, it's an interview what we did with Irina Moskalenko and her son, Fedor Smirnov, and they are precious in this video. Fedor introduces her, and she's trying to correct him from shaking in his chair, and it's just kind of a sweet mother-son moment, but it also shows how she's excited that this whole community has embraced the students, not only just from the Ukraine, but all the international students and the students overall. She was really impressed. So let's play the clip.
Hello, my name is Fedor, and I want to introduce you to my mom. So, her name is Irina. Yes, she comes to me from Portugal. Yes, and what do you want to tell more about yourself?
My name is Irina. I'm Fedor's mama. I am currently, we've temporarily relocated to Portugal, so this is where I live. I live there with my other boys. I'm a mom of 3 and a cat. So this is my family for now, and I'm very glad to be here. This is a beautiful school, fantastic premises, everything like music department and sports department and the gym. It's just the power room is fantastic, and my son is I'm sorry mentioning that, but he didn't like sport too much before coming here, and I know that he's practicing in the power room, and I know that he's making a lot of progress there, and this is something that surprises me a lot. And I think that this is the school where you can stretch out a little bit with your abilities and move further, take another step. And I think it's great. And I believe my son and other Ukrainian kids here, they are just enjoying very much their opportunities here. And I'm so much happy.
All right. It was very touching to meet Fadir's mom and, to see her interact with all 4 of our Ukrainian students. And I actually talked to Fadir yesterday because I know things are tough over there right now. So he said his friends are having some difficulties over in Ukraine. So keep the Ukrainians in your prayers if you would. Again, we talked about earlier in the show, the flags going up in the MAC. And if you haven't seen it, I'd encourage you to walk by. It's just a cool display of, the international population that we have. And then we're adding to that a little bit, tonight, as we have 12 students from Germany coming to join us for a few weeks. They're flying currently as we speak, and hopefully we'll land safely tonight around 8 o'clock and come in and join us for pizza. We're going to give them pizza for dinner.
Pizza tonight and school tomorrow. I like that.
Yeah,
get them into school. Busy week next week?
We do have another busy week next week. Tuesday, Mass. You're all welcome to join us. It is the Feast of St. Luke, so that's exciting. And then on Wednesday, we have our Falcon Awards program in the evening. And then the fall play opens. So I'm really excited for the fall play. The plot, like gravy, thickens. I've seen the students rehearsing quite a bit. It's a lot of fun. On Friday, the 5th grade takeover is happening, which means they come for the school day, and we get to show them what it's like to be a student at West Catholic. Don't forget, our West Catholic students have a half day of school. Okay.
Right.
And then the feast of our patron saint, St. John Paul II, excuse me, is that Friday. We'll celebrate the following week.
Right, the following week of October 24th. All right, well, everyone, that is it for West Catholic Live. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you have a great, safe rest of the week.
That's right. Have a safe weekend, everybody, and go West.
Go West.